What happened to BioShock, man? Like, what went wrong with this franchise? It's been 13 years now since the last game, BioShock Infinite, came out, and since then, we got nothing. No news, no leaks, no nothing. Like, I need another game. I need BioShock 4, bro. Look, since I last finished the Metro franchise, which to this day is the best gaming experience I've ever had, I have been looking for another one, for another gaming franchise to make me experience something. And then I remembered the BioShock series. I am familiar with this franchise, like it's been a long time ago when I was, I think, in middle school, where I played the second game without even knowing it is the sequel. And I unintentionally made a tradition of playing it every New Year's Eve, but I never finished it and I stopped like years ago with that tradition. So I lately just finished the trilogy and I have some things I want to talk about. So to make it fair, I am gonna talk about each game. I will talk about what I liked and what I didn't. Seems kind of easy of a video. This is not gonna be like a retrospective or I'm gonna dive in. It's just gonna be me like fan talking about these games. So make sure to enjoy the video and share your opinion in the comments below section, because it is always opened for discussions. Okay, now let's start with the first game. I want to start by saying that this game intro is the best intro I've ever witnessed in gaming, besides Batman Arkham Knight. It immerses you directly to the tone of the game, like no sugarcoating it, no nothing, no BS, no nothing, just here. This is how the game is gonna be. And I also like enjoyed the symbolism, like a lot. And the details were insane. And I'm not talking about the environment details, no, I'm talking about the subtle ones, you know, the ones that immerses you more into this world. And the story also is something, it's incredible, and the plot twist too, oh my god, it's chef's kiss. Okay, spoiler alert for everybody who didn't play this game. The moment where we discover that we were being mind controlled from the beginning by like a simple phrase was something I did not expect in a million years. Even though while I was playing, I did notice him saying that every time he asks us to do something, and I actually remember myself responding to it saying like, yes, I would kindly do it, like in a sarcastic way, without even me knowing the plot twist and how powerful that phrase was. Now this is what I like about the game, the first one. Now I want to talk about what I don't like, what I dislike. The enemies. And hold up, and I mean just the normal enemies, not the big daddies or the boss fights. Look, I like the variety of them, but I hate how powerful they are. It's insane. Like, and their aim is always like on point. They were like more trouble than the big daddies, which is insane to say. And even Fontaine boss fight at the end, it was easier than dealing with them, with the normal enemies. Like, I hated dealing with them. They take a lot of damage. And yes, I know you can use the powers, which I did, but even the powers were like lackluster. Most of them were kind of useless. Like, the only ones that I found were useful in a fight were the swarm and the freeze. Most of my gameplay was me freezing enemies and shotgun to the face, and boom, it was over. And if I didn't want to fight or just wanted to distract them because I didn't have any ammo or I was low on health, I just used the swarm and move on. I did use the turrets and drone, but both were kind of like meh to use. The drones were always like getting stuck behind me, behind doors, or maybe they flew ahead that they're gonna, and their like enemy register for some reason sometimes didn't work. So I was like, what the fuck, just shoot them. So I ended up like using my own bullets, so I kind of did not use them. The turrets I did sometimes, but it depends on how positioned. Sometimes it was like a useful position and sometimes it wasn't, so I did not end up using them a lot. But like overall, I did enjoy the game. And I also loved when we became like a big daddy and the plot twist. Oh, I enjoyed like the environment and the exploration aspect of it, because I did a lot of exploration, and always like when I found those tapes, I always made sure to listen to them because they gave me like a bit of lore, and I actually enjoyed it. It was a decent entry to this franchise. It was like a decent introduction to this world and everything around it.
Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine.
I don't think anyone will be surprised if I said that this game is my favorite BioShock out of the three. It is what a sequel should be, like the Arkham City. Like everything about it was perfect. Perfect. I mean, the details of the environment, the story, the combat. It felt like they listened to the criticism of the first game and they improved upon it on everything. Like I was immersed from the beginning until the credits rolled. And the fact that we play as a Big Daddy this time made sense to do it. Now, even though I did like almost everything about it, there was also some things that I didn't like that much. Not a lot, but like a little bit I didn't like, which was like the story. Some aspect of it made sense, but the rest kind of like didn't. Like I understand that we have to meet many main characters and fight them and stuff, you know, to make the game longer or stuff like that. I get it. But some of them I didn't even realize it was a boss fight until it was over. And I had to restart from my last checkpoint to see like if they have a dialogue or something they had to say before the fight started. So I didn't like that. Also, the fact that the powers like didn't change much. Like they are literally the exact same as the first game, just with an upgrade. Like I think they have 3 tiers of upgrade to become like more powerful. The hold, and then throw, then the hold, and then they do something like that. If you play BioShock 2, you understand what I'm saying. And also like the power I didn't use much. I mostly use Incinerate and Swarm, and also there was like one power that let you go like into a Spectre form to see ahead and do damage in there. I wanted to use it many times, but I kept like forgetting because like I didn't find any use of it because I had like weapons. I could just bust in, just shoot the people. I didn't find it like, oh, I have to scout or I'll play stealthily. We playing as a Big Daddy. Why the fuck would I want to play stealthily? But like, I get it. The powers, it's kind of like, if it's not broken, then don't fix it type of situation. So I understand it. And I loved the Big Sisters fight. Like, the way they introduced them, it kept me on edge. Like, oh, are we gonna fight them or are they gonna pop off? It was like, fighting them was challenging, but so much fun. Like, before they attacked you, they do this screech multiple times, like kind of a warning. And then out of nowhere, they just jump and attack you. And their movement was so like fast. It kind of like demonstrate like Big Daddies were supposed to be heavy brutes. But the Big Sisters were supposed to be like acrobatic, like agile, they can run. But I didn't understand why they wanted to fight me. Because on both of my BioShock 1 and 2, but I'm talking about only 2, I saved the sisters. I didn't harvest them. So I kind of didn't understand why would you attack me? Like they didn't expand on the Big Sisters lore. I'm talking about the games, maybe like in the comics or books, I don't know if there are. But like I kind of find that kind of like, why are you attacking me? I just saved the sisters from another daddy, so I don't get it. But they kept the tension high, and I kind of liked it. And also there were like other Big Daddies or the alphas, which they were enjoyable in their own right. When you fight them, they were okay. They were meh. But in the last part, when you have us and Eleanor, I kind of just fucking dodge every enemy. I was like, no, I don't want to like fight. And it was like cool. Like the game didn't punish me at all, which I found like, why? But I think I had the glitch. I don't know if anybody had it, but when I searched for it, it's like a rare glitch where from, I don't know, I don't remember, but before saving Eleanor, I fought a Big Sister and I died. And then all of my weapons were gone. Like I can see their icons, but I cannot like use them. So I just kept with powers, drill thing. I thought like, oh, the game took my guns, so this is how it's supposed to progress. But then other people used their weapons in the other gameplays, but I didn't. So I think I had this rare glitch. But yeah, that's why like I just kept running from everything because I didn't have any weapons. And I was like picking up ammo and finding ammo, but I could just use them. So, but I think if I just restarted the game, probably I would have access to them, but I just won't play through it. So yeah, And I did also enjoy the choice system to either forgive or kill, and that would like affect the ending we get, which is so much fun. I only killed like one side character, I don't remember his name, but after like seeing what he did to Eleanor, like he forced her, he sold her to the orphan and stuff like that, I just had to, you know, kill him. But I let the rest go because I don't know, I don't care. But I did get the good ending with the sunshine and stuff. And I like every time I finished one of the BioShock 1 and 2, the first one I get the good ending, the second one I also get the good ending. So I searched the endings and I was mind blown how many endings this game has. Like this game is the best in this franchise in my opinion, and I think everyone agrees with me on that.
Hey, I need you to stop.
The beginning of this game, when we reach Colombia, is such a sight to see. Look, the fact that we are now above the clouds is something amazing. The visual, the color palette, everything felt so real, so angelic, majestic. And I made sure to explore everything and enjoy the scenery. But I forgot to mention that I also like the hook thingy and the trails that you use. I like them a lot because they were so much fun, but I also found them funny because Booker is the human. So what do you mean he can just fucking super soldier jump into them? Either like the sky hook, the fray hook thing, or the trail. It made no sense. And also like when he's like, you know, skating, you can jump from one point to another, and I found it so much like enjoyable, so I kept like doing it, like leaping. And I also found it funny because he screams, but like his arms is okay. Like I understand it is like strong magnets, like you just jump and she just hook you, right? But the fact that your arm can stand that much, I found it like hilarious. But I thought like the logic, since you have powers, they kind of like made you a super soldier. But yeah, I found them like hilarious, that, but I enjoy them. I wish they added them more to combat. I know there's suction when you see the trails, but I didn't use them much. I just sometimes use them just to like ignore the enemies, but I enjoyed also like jumping into them and the panic they do. So yeah, I enjoyed that too. After the intro, the game kind of felt short to me. It felt like more like a shooter than like a BioShock game, if you understand. And not even like a good shooter game, because the enemies can't aim for shit. And I mean, literally, I was standing still most of my gameplay and they still couldn't hit me at all. Now, the powers were also kind of like useless, not gonna lie. I just used the horse one because it's the most OP one of them all. Just use it, enemies go up in the air and you can just shoot them. And like the rest of the enemies who weren't affected by this one, I just use the devil's kiss, because when you charge it, it just goes like multiple boom 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 boom. So those are the only two like main power that I use. I did use the electricity to the handyman because I felt like it was useful to him. He just keeps shocking. So I just those three mainly. This game was focused a lot about the combat, and it kind of felt meh. Like, why fix something that wasn't broken? I enjoyed the story most of the time. I like the symbolism and also the racism, which I did not expect something like that would be allowed in the game, but again, it was made in 2013. If this game was made today, the backlash will be go crazy. I was both shocked and surprised. Like, it was bold depiction, racism against black people and Chinese people. I enjoyed it a lot. And also like Elizabeth being with us after we save her was interesting, like seeing her reaction about everything. Like, it felt refreshing. But when a fight starts, like, she was useful in an ammo, like in giving us ammo and souls and health. But I would have liked it if the enemy like went after her and like we had to save her or give her weapons so she can defend herself. But I also understand why they didn't do that. But she got powers, she could have just used them instead of like weapons. Like, it just felt like a waste of more like engaging gameplay, because the enemies were like the easiest, and I mean they were so easy that at the end of the game, like the later chapters of the game, I just avoided wasting ammo and just like I either hoard them go up and then ran, or I just ignore them totally, because you find more health, you find more salt, you find everything. I had so much money that it didn't bother to use. I think I finished the game with like 6k or 9k, almost like 1 mil, and I just like there's nothing to use it, because I just used the weapons of the carbon and the machine gun. Those weapons were OP. I didn't use any other. Now let's talk about what I loved the best of this game, which was the ending. I mean, oh my god, the ending of this game. Like, after destroying the siphon and everything is revealed, like, it was mind blown. I was left mouth open. I kept saying, I think I have the recording saying, what? Huh? Like, the moment she took us to Rapture and we see like the big daddy and the little sister, and we ask her and she says like, oh, this is just another window, another door to multiple doors. And also that area was like where we start in the first game. It felt like a full circle, and I liked a lot. And also when you see the lighthouse, I always like, from the first game and the second game, I always was saying like, why does this last lighthouse exist? Like, what is its significance? And then, surprise, Elizabeth actually answered the question, saying that this lighthouse is just another door to multiple like realities, and she showed us multiple realities, multiple things we could have done and stuff like that. And the fact also that Elizabeth is actually our daughter that we gave away when we were kids. Bro, whoever wrote this game's story, bravo, because look, BioShock, they excel in the storytelling and the plot twist. They excel on that. The other things just becomes like a backseat. But those two things, they become the best of it. I cannot even talk. They become the best of this franchise. Now that I'm done with everything, let's just read the conclusion, bro. It was such an amazing experience, this franchise. Like I was saying, it always got me with the plot twists and the storytelling and the environment design and the audio design, everything about it. It had its moments. But overall, I am really glad that I played it and I saw like such a world that will not be repeated. And I want another BioShock, but what would they do? I feel like the story is already over. Like, who are you gonna introduce? Who? It will not make sense, because we already had our time in Rapture. We already had our time in Colombia, not much, but we did. Unless they, in BioShock 4, they decided to go to the beginning. Like, we play as Andrew Ryan or Fontaine, maybe, like the very first beginning of introducing not building the Rapture. Then yeah, I would be interested, like, oh, Rapture from the beginning, how it was built. Like, we went above clouds, we went underground, we went under the sea. Now maybe if they do that, we play like on Earth, on normal. We see like his madness, how he came up with the Rapture and stuff like that. But overall, I like the games, both the three of them, but I enjoy the BioShock 2 way too much. I did like BioShock Infinite Story, but plot twist, but BioShock 2 takes the cake.